Okay, let's try this again. Also, I'm sorry for the crunching, but I'm currently snacking right now. So, hey guys, it's Phantom, and welcome back to Ask Phantom. The channel where I post not only my podcast, but advice videos, or sometimes explanation videos, surrounding advice topics. So, this Ask Phantom video is a video on basically why my podcast episodes of the Ask Phantom podcast, have been so heavily online school focused. So, a little bit of backstory. So last year, when the pandemic started happening and lockdown started, you know, I along with many others, moved to distance learning. Or remote learning. And in that time frame, I started watching a lot of online school videos from people like Brooklyn Shaw to many others. Like, let me just name a few off the top of my head. Brooklyn Shaw is one. Ashley Wicca. Was another. As well as many others. So, basically, I'd say that I'm a advocate for like different learning or for like other learning paths or different forms of learning. So, I was someone that basically grew up going to, brick and mortar school my whole life. Whether it was like public or private. I basically went to brick and mortar. If you don't know what brick and mortar is, it's basically, brick and mortar is where you're actually on a school where you're actually on a school campus going to school. Rather than online. But I mean, there are online public and private schools out there. I've talked about them in the podcast. So basically, why I'm doing the online school episodes is because, as I said, I'm an advocate for like other ways of learning, because not everyone learns the same way. And what I mean by that is not everyone does well in a brick and mortar setting, in a brick and mortar school setting. Not everybody does well. And not everyone can do well in a online school situation either. It personally just depends on the person and how they learn and how they comprehend things. So basically, okay, I'm at that age where, I'm basically college age. If I was in college right now. If I was in school right now, I'd be a freshman in college if I was in school right now. So yeah, this video is basically the reason behind the online school episodes and why I do them, and basically explaining that there's other ways for people to learn than just, being in a classroom. So, as I was saying, the reason why people choose online school could be for many reasons. It could be because maybe traditional brick and mortar maybe it could be too fast paced for them, or maybe it could be too fast paced. maybe it could be too slow, meaning, and what I mean by fast-paced and too slow is the learning style. So, like, there are people that learn quicker than other people. Like, some people can be done with all their classes in a matter of months, and then they advance to the next grade. Well, in brick and mortar, I don't really think in brick and mortar schooling, unless it's private school, that is, you can't really do that. I mean, you could, but it's very difficult. But typically, that's reserved for, like, I don't know, maybe seniors or something. I mean, there's also, like, independent study or whatever. If you want to get ahead, but typically it can be very hard to advance quicker when you're in brick and mortar schooling, unless it's private school, as I said, because private school is different than public school. But, some people choose online school for many different reasons. Like maybe public school is just too fast paced, or like, traditional school is too fast paced for a student. So, they can't really keep up with the teachers, or let's say they're a really advanced kid, right? And they are able to, like, get everything done, get passing grades. In classes, and then they could be, like, ahead of, like, all the other students, and even what the teacher is teaching. For example, if you're a fast learner, because I know some people are very fast learners, I'd probably say, I don't know, like, in the middle, or it depended on, like, if I was good at the subject or not. Because I'm only good at certain types of subjects. I'm good at math, but it depends on what type of math it is. So, I mean, I was a person that struggled in certain areas of subjects. Like, I struggled in math. Um, I struggled in math a lot, but like a math that really that I pretty much use on a daily basis is consumer math. So that's basically my strength in math is cons. If you don't know what consumer math is, it's basically money math. So like when you buy things, like when you go out and make purchases and stuff. Um, like cons math is something I use. Cons math is something I use very often. Like for example, I did a video on my main channel where I talked about the Sims games and everything, like the base games and expansion packs. I haven't added like the stuff packs or the game packs or whatever else to it. Oh, game packs, stuff packs, and kits. To it, but like if you think of it that way, consumer math is used. Like people may not think you need consumer math, but you do. Like you basically use it all the time when you buy something, or when you purchase something or write checks or do things like taxes, or whatever. That's like for when you're an adult, but basically, cons math is money math. It's it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy type of math. I mean, it's still kind of hard sometimes. I remember when I was in school. Um, I mean, honestly, I loved consumer math so much. It was a subject I really understood. I mean, sometimes you need clarification for certain things to make sure things are correct. But pretty much, it's a class that it's math that you actually need and will use in the real world. So cons math was a subject that I really loved. I wasn't big on math at all growing up, so cons math really helped. So like, online school is good for those people that either get ahead or like can't keep up or get behind. And it's a struggle for them, but you need to have like a valid reason to do online school, not like some lame excuse. To do online school, you actually need a valid, good reason to do it. So, like, it's good for those people that are fast-paced learners or slow-paced learners who want to potentially graduate ahead of everybody else. So that they have more time to, I guess, get their life together if they want. Or like prepare for future endeavors. Or if they're constantly working. So like me, I'm someone who's very business minded and always working. Always busy, so I'm someone who's always busy, who's not always been able to handle stressful situations very well. So online school has helped me. Online school's helped me with that, but like the thing with online school is you don't have teachers telling you, like, looking over your shoulder, as I've said in the podcast. You don't have teachers like looking over you and telling you, you have to get this done. This is due by blah 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 date. But yeah, like you have to be self-motivated. You can't just skip school. Like if you skip school, that's on you. Like that's nobody's fault but your own if you skip school. Like if you decide not to do the work that day and just think something like, oh, I don't want to do that assignment, or I don't want to do this assignment. Or, we have time to finish that. Or whatever. Then maybe online school isn't for you, but like you have to be self-motivated. You can't just slack off in online school because, as I said, no one is going to hold you accountable. Like, nobody is going to hold you accountable for things if you don't get your stuff turned in on time. So, like, you have to be self-motivated. You have to actually want to do the work. Well, you have to do the work. You have to motivate yourself to do the work. You can't slack off. You need to have a valid reason to do online school. Like I'm not just saying this because of what's going on. I'm saying this in general. Like if you actually want to do real online school, like real online schooling, whether it's um like middle school, high school, or college, you have to have a valid reason. You have to put in the time and effort. You have to. Okay, so not a lot of online schools have, not every teacher is available all the time, but I mean, okay, teachers are available, but you're gonna be doing things like emailing and calling a lot more often. I mean, I've emailed, I've emailed my teachers when I was in school to, um, inform them of things or ask questions or turn something in. Um, so yeah, when you're in online school, you'll get used to emailing all the time. Like, that's basically what I did. Like, if I had to inform my teacher of an assignment or ask a question, like inform a teacher of an assignment slash ask a question, I'd either email them or we basically use this app called Remind. It's basically an app where you it's basically an app for school where you can get in contact with your teachers. So like that's basically how my online school was. It was actual online school. We didn't use Zoom for video conferences. If we needed to reach out to our teacher or teachers, if we had to reach out to our teachers, we would either text them with like a Google Meet number or whatever it was, or Remind, and then like how we turn things in. Like how we turn things in, basically. This isn't for every online school, but mainly it's for a lot of online schools. You turn things in through like something called Google Classroom or whatever your school uses. And keep in mind, some schools are actually set up like schools that, and keep in mind, some online schools are set up to how some public or private schools are with like start times. Um, so some schools start at some schools their start time is 8 o'clock to, I don't know, like 8 o'clock to like 8 to 2 or 8 to 3. Sorry. Um, sorry, I'm snacking because I'm hungry. So keep in mind, some schools start at earlier or later start times. Um, so basically, the schools that I went to for like, okay, so some schools that I went to started at 7:20 to 7:25. 7:20 or 7:25. Or some schools started at 8 o'clock and went to 2 o'clock. Personally, like after elementary, I got used to like 7. I got used to like school starting at around 7:20. Like I got used to school starting around 7:20 every day, like especially like people would be so shocked that schools would start at 7 in the morning. But first off, like it didn't bother me. Like as long as you have like a normal schedule of like, okay, basically I was the type of person that went from waking up at 6 in the morning to okay, basically I would wake up at 6 in the morning every day until like I don't know, middle school or high school. And like I would probably wake up at like I would wake up at 6 o'clock and then after a while I started waking up at 5:45, and then I started waking up at 5:30 because I started taking the bus, and let me tell you, the bus comes super early in the morning, half the time before the sun even rises. So you had to be up very early. So, like you have to kind of fix your sleep schedule. You have to fix your sleep schedule when you're in online school, because sometimes or just school in general, like you have to like switch up your sleeping schedule, because sometimes schools start really early in the morning or really late. So you have to like accommodate around that and make it work for you. But like after a while of waking up at, well, for me, after a while of waking up at a certain time, I got very used to it, so it didn't bother me. The only times it would bother me was when I had a field trip where I had to be up like an hour earlier than I usually was. Because sometimes I had like out of town field trips, and I had to be up like an hour earlier than what I was used to. If you're wondering, my wake up time in high school went from 6 in the morning to like 5:45 or 5:30 in the morning. So I when I had field trips, most of the time, the ones that were out of town, most of the time I had to wake up an hour earlier just to get out the door. So yeah, I would recommend waking up early, because you'll have a lot more energy. You have a lot more energy if you wake up early in the day. You can get a lot more things done. You can get schoolwork done and all that stuff. And then once you're done with that, you can do whatever you want. Pretty much, after I finished school, I started taking a lot more naps. Because, well, I pretty much take pretty much take daily naps, so that's helped me. Well, I started napping for like other reasons. I started napping for like health reasons, but it's like really helped me. In other ways besides that. So, like, online school works for some people, it doesn't work for everybody. But if you're gonna do online school, have a valid reason. Have a valid reason. And then explain that to whoever, like, obviously, like, parents or, like, whoever. And, why you would benefit. Or whatever. I mean, it worked out for me. Because I was struggling. So it helped out a lot. As I said, if I didn't switch over to online learning, I probably wouldn't have graduated. Probably wouldn't have been able to walk at my graduation. Because I think you have to have a certain GPA to be able to walk at your graduation in high school and in college. But like the thing that's different from high school and college when it comes to classes is that when you're in college, you're paying for your courses. You're paying for your coursework. So like if you don't pass classes in college, or if you okay, so I learned this from not only being in a college course when I was in high school, but like I was told this constantly when I was in high school, was the thing with like plagiarism in college, like don't plagiarize things or else they will kick you out of college. Like you will get kicked out of college if you're caught plagiarizing. Just a warning. I've literally heard that all the time. I hear that constantly. I heard that constantly as a student. And it is true. If you don't know what plagiarism is, hold on, I'm gonna plug in my computer and I'll explain plagiarism. I'll probably have to look it up, but basically, if you don't know what plagiarism is, it's taking work or like rewriting. It's basically rewriting something and claiming it as your own work. Or it's basically writing something and claiming it as your own. So it doesn't have any, like works cited evidence or anything like, it doesn't have any works cited evidence or anything like that. And I mean, like, when I was in school, we basically had these workbook things. Well, yeah, they were workbooks. We had like these MLA booklets that we used constantly because okay, there's a lot of different. Okay, as an English major, as I said, if I was in college right now, I would be majoring in English. English was one of my best subjects. I did struggle. But English was one of my best subjects in school. I loved English. I mean, I also loved Spanish too, but I also struggled in Spanish. Foreign language is not my strong point. I mean, I love French. I love French though, but Spanish, um, but seeing as I took Spanish for a foreign language elective, Spanish was not my strong. Spanish was not my strong suit. I loved English though. I learned a lot. I learned so much in English class. I also learned when I wanted, what I wanted to do with my life, which was major in English someday, with an emphasis on creative writing because I'm an author. So that's why I chose. That's why I chose to major in English. So basically, the thing with college that's a lot different, besides you paying for your classes, paying for your courses in college, is that if you're caught plagiarizing, you can get kicked out of college. I was told this constantly as a student when I was in I'm pretty sure like middle school and high school, but it was talked about a lot when I was in high school. Especially in my English class. So if you don't know what plagiarism is, I'll explain what plagiarism is in a minute. If you don't know what plagiarism is, hold on. It's basically when you take someone's work without citing it, putting sources. I'll look it up. I most likely forgot the actual definition, but I think I have a dictionary here somewhere. If I can find it. I know I have a dictionary here somewhere. Oh, productivity. So, let me just look up in my dictionary the definition of plagiarism. Like dictionary definition. Plagiarism. So, so they have it here in plagiarism. So, college definition. Okay. So, plagiarism is basically, or not college definition, collegiate definition. I think that's how you say it. Collegiate definition, not college. Sorry. So, plagiarism is an act or instance of plagiarizing or something plagiarized. So, to or okay, to actually know what plagiarize means or plagiarizing means, it means to steal or pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own, use another's production without crediting the source. So basically, when they say when they say things like, in school when you write English papers, or when you write a paper or whatever, like you write an essay or you do a presentation or something like that. When they say like cite your sources, um, they say to like cite your sources correctly, and there's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different formats to use when writing, but the one that I mainly used when I was writing was something called MLA format, which was hold on. Let me look up what MLA format is again. Um, I'm pretty sure MLA meant. Okay, so MLA means Modern Language Association, or it means member of the Legislative Assembly. Okay, I don't know what the first one is, but when it comes to MLA format, they're talking about the Modern Language Association. So let me look up MLA format. So if you don't know what MLA format is, or MLA formatting, is so an MLA format example would be, as I said, if you don't know what MLA format is, it's when you like you basically write stuff in, or you basically write in the uh you write in the margins, you write in the I'm pretty sure it's the left hand margin, because here you read from left to right instead of right to left. At least that's how I read, or that's how you're supposed to read in certain places. Some places read uh, right to left, other places read left to right. But you basically write in the margins, like everything is double spaced. You italicize. Uh, when you write, like when you do page numbers, like when you write an essay, when you do page numbers, you do last name and then number next to it. I'm very used to writing this way because that's how I was taught. That's how I was taught to write essays. Plus, when I was in school, I wrote a lot. Plus, when I was in school, I wrote a lot of essays, like constantly, pretty much on like a weekly basis. I mean, I liked it. I mean, sometimes it was hard. Um, Sometimes it was hard. I enjoyed it. Um, so basically, what sources, or what we would use was like something called Purdue OWL from Purdue University. Um, which is, so like cite your sources, and basically they tell you, so like not a lot of people understand, but like, okay, so if you don't know what Purdue is, it's a college. It's an online school. It's an online college based in, well, they actually have, like, I think on campus, but it's mainly online. It's mainly an online school, or they have an online school option. Um, it's a school in Indiana, and they have an online, and it's also online. Um, which is why they call it like Purdue University Global, and they have majors from English to like whatever type of major you're thinking of, or like whatever type of major you want to major in. But I chose English with an emphasis on creative writing. As I said, author. As I said, I'm an author, and it's good to have a English and creative writing major. Or if you don't want to major in something in college, or if you don't want to take a college course, you can take creative writing courses, for free or pay for it, whatever. Like, I don't know. So, basically, they say if you plagiarize in college, you can get kicked out, which is true. They will kick you out of college for plagiarism, which is, as I said, taking someone's ideas and using them as your own without crediting or whatever. Like, you can get in serious trouble for plagiarizing in college. Like, it's not like high school. You can get in serious trouble for plagiarism or acts of plagiarism, or if they think you're plagiarizing. It's not necessarily, well, it's kind of the same as copyright, but not really. Well, I think. I don't know if like copyright and plagiarism is the same thing, but it's pretty close. But yeah, you can get in serious trouble for plagiarizing in college. They will kick you out. Among other things, I'm pretty sure it'll like go on your transcript. I don't know, but like basically how they do it is with something called transcripts. So, like you have like a high school transcript and then you have a college transcript is basically how it works. Um, so, your report cards, your progress reports, those all those all go in your transcript, and then you basically have to like mail your like when you decide to go to college, you have to like mail your transcripts to the college of your choice. Like it's a whole ordeal to do that, and they pressure college. Well, they don't pressure college, but they do. So it's very, I don't know, it's very it's a very stressful time, let me tell you. Um Coming from someone who didn't even want to go to college. Or I didn't want to go to college at first, but now I do. Eventually, not now, but eventually when I'm able to, or when I choose to. So, yeah, like there's a whole ordeal, like there's the whole process. You have to fill out applications. You have to fill out college applications. Sometimes you have to do essays. Like you have to do college applications, essays, um, and a bunch of other things. And then you have to be prepared for like rejection or acceptance letters. And if you get like accepted to multiple colleges, you have to figure out which ones you're actually gonna want to go to, or which one you're actually gonna want to go to. Like be prepared. Be prepared if you're in high school, because they stress college on you. Like even if you think you don't want to go, then like honestly start worrying about college when you're, I don't know, like junior, or like, I don't know, probably your junior year. Even though they say, "Oh, you have like 1 year left," but like they they really start talking about college with you um in your senior year, like, your junior and senior year of high school. The you start doing the PSATs, the SATs. And if you guys don't know what the PSATs are, PSAT means preliminary standardized um testing. So let me look up what SATs are. Hold on, let me find where my dictionary is. So SAT. So SAT, it's okay. So the SATs, it's basically used for college admissions. Not everyone going to college has to take the SATs. Um, I didn't. I didn't take the SATs. Um, but it is recommended that you take the SATs in high school because it's very important. So SATs, it's used for a standardized, okay, so it's a standardized test used to validate sustainability for college admissions. That's basically what an SAT test is. And then a preliminary PSATs, and then PSATs are the practice SATs, or what they call preliminary. Like preliminary standardized tests for like preliminary SATs. PSATs. So PSATs, let's check what PSATs are. Okay, so basically what a PSAT is, it's an exam administered by the College Board. Okay, so so if you guys don't know, so there's, okay, so let me tell you like the types of tests there are that are, done by College Board. So the SAT, standardized test for college, the ACTs, the So the SAT, the ACT, which is an admissions test, which is a college admissions test, um, the test of English, okay, test of English as a foreign language exam, graduate management, something like the GMAT, the graduate management admission test, the advanced placement exam. So if you guys don't know what advanced placement exams are, yes, I know I'm also talking about college in this video, but this is very important. If you guys don't know what AP exams are, um, advanced placement or AP exams are exams offered by the U.S. College Board and are taken in May. So the tests are the culmination of year-long advanced placement courses or AP courses, AP exams, with few exceptions, have a multiple choice section and a free response section. So, like, I had a friend who, took AP courses. Okay, so AP courses are the equivalent of college credit. So it's administered by the College Board. And you have to take a test, and you have to test for it to get in AP courses. Now, I wasn't in AP courses, but I know people who were in AP courses. I was actually friends with someone who was in all AP courses. So basically, it's a advanced placement credit. Grade equivalent, or like grading. Let's look at the grading scale. So if you guys don't know, like, okay, if you guys don't know, AP and college level, like AP and college level courses, right? They're done a lot differently than like AP and college level courses. They're done a lot differently, like when it comes to grading, than traditional grading scales. So, if I remember correctly, when I took my college course, as I said, I took a college course in high school. So when I took my college course, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it was like you had to have, like, you couldn't get, like, I think you had to get like A's through C's or something. Like, you couldn't get a, Like, you couldn't get, like, below a C. So, basically, I'm looking here, and I'm looking here on this article, blog dot, or this blog, sorry, it's not an article, it's a blog. Blog dot pep, not pep scholar, prepscholar.com. That is my source. I don't know how reliable this is, but it seems pretty reliable. GPA or grade point average, like, I'm trying to get to the point that's actually important. So, like, a typical conversion scale. Okay, letter grade. Okay, so they go by letter grades, right? That's how grading goes. They go by letter grades. At least, where I'm from. Some people call them letter grades, other people call them marks. Or like other places call them marks. So, letter grade. A plus. Okay, A plus is 97 to 100, and then, okay, a letter grade would be A plus for a letter grade would be in the percentage range, 97 to 100%. Your GPA is a 4.0. And then your GPA would be a 4.0 if you got all A's. If you managed to hold all A's, you would have a 4.0 GPA, which is grade point average. And then if you were a straight A student, which means you'd get a percentage of 93 to 96% in all your classes, in all your courses, your GPA would be a 4.0. So like A plus and A, and like A plus and A, that would be 4.0 and a 4.0 range GPA. You can go higher. You can go higher than a 4.0, I believe. I I believe so. You can go higher than a 4.0, I believe. But typically this is what it looks like. I'm just telling you because you can't see. So an A minus, would be 90 to 92%, which is still really good. That would be a 3.7 GPA. I mainly held like a 3.0 or above. I did struggle one year, but mainly I held like my average GPA was like a 3.0 or above. And then a B plus, like if you were a straight B plus student or B student, you'd either have a percentage of 87 to 89% or 83 to 86%. And that would be a 3.0 grade point average. Like that would average out to a 3.0. A B minus, which is 82 to 80 to 82, which is still really good. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. That is a 3 point, yeah, like a 3.3, or no, yeah, like a solid B would be a B plus, that would average out to a 3.3, which is 87 to 89%. A solid B is 80 to 82%, which is a 2.7 GPA. A B minus, yeah, that's right? A B minus would be a 2.7, a B would be a 3.0, and a B plus would be 3.3. A C plus, which is above average, it's still average, but it's like, well, I mean, it's still average, but it's usually above average. That's what the plus means. That's above average. Like a 77 to 79%. A 2.3 GPA, and that would round out to a 2.3. Then a solid C is a 2.0. C minus is a 1.7. A D plus is a 1.3. And a D is a 1.0. So basically the percentage. So F is failing. Okay, failing is anything below 65%. D, which is barely passing. You're passing, but you're barely passing if you have like D. And I don't necessarily think they in college. Okay, college is like so much different. College is so much different. So basically, if you have anything below a, okay, so in college, like if you're taking a college class, if you have anything below a, I don't know, like, is it a C, I think? Yeah, it's a C, I'm pretty sure. If you have anything below an average, which is a C, that's considered failing in college. Let me tell you, like, if you think, okay, so high school grading scales versus college grading scales are a lot different. So let's see. The typical conversion scale, I already went through that. For an underweighted GPA and a typical GPA conversion scale, A plus is 97 to 100. Okay, so honors, okay, yes, you can get below, I mean, not below, you can get above a 4.0 GPA. You can get above a 4.0 GPA if you are in honors courses. So honors is actually above college prep, I think. So it's, okay, I'm pretty sure it's also above AP. So there's gen ed, there's college prep, there's advanced placement,
and then there's honors courses. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I think. I could be wrong though, but I think that's how it works. Cause I was in honors classes. Um so basically a weighted GPA conversion. Okay. So if you don't know what a weighted conversion scale looks like, it's basically for honors students. Um so the letter grade, let's go through this again. Um Letter grade, A plus, the percentage, 97 to 100. And then they have like the honors GPA next to the percentage. Yeah, so basically this is like for honors and AP GPA. Basically this is how it works. So letter grade, A plus, percentage, 97 to 100. Your honors GPA would be, yeah, okay. So, your honors GPA would be 4.5, and if you were an AP, your score or your GPA would be a 5.0. So I'm pretty sure it's. Oh wait, no. Wait, no, I could. Wait, no, I'm wrong. I did it wrong. So it's Gen Ed, college prep, AP, and then honors. So, Gen Ed is just regular. Gen Ed is just regular classes, and then college prep is college preparatory courses. So, and then it goes up from there. So, letter grade, A plus, 97 to 100. Your honors GPA, if you were in honors classes, I was in honors, so, um, I was in honors for a time being. Um, so your honors GPA, if you were in honors courses, it would be a 4.5 if your GPA was if you would regularly get 8 pluses on everything, um, or, A pluses or an A average, on everything, your honors GPA would be a 4.5, which is halfway to a 5.0, which is impossible if you're not in AP courses. And then your AP GPA would round up to 5.0, and if you had an A, same thing, 5.0 if you were an AP or above. And then I think IB is above AP. I think so. It's uh, hold on, Gen Ed, college prep, honors, AP, and IB, but like not every place offered, not every school offered IB courses, and IB courses are really hard. I didn't take IB courses either. I just took honors and a college course. And college prep. So, A plus, 97 to 100. Your honors GPA, 4.5. If you got, okay, if you got all A's, like A plus to A minus, you'd get a 4.5 GPA, or like you'd get above a 4.0 GPA. And then if you got a B plus, you'd get a 3.8 GPA for honors, 3.5, and so on and so forth. And just kind of went like that. So it kind of tells you how conversion works. So here's how its conversion works using the underweight conversions table from before. Like this is how it basically worked. You'd basically convert them into letter grades, I believe. And you convert the letter grades and percentages into GPA. So math was basically used in everything. When I tell you math was used in everything, you use math in everything. So it is a very necessary subject, no matter how much you don't like math. It is a very necessary subject. So it tells you how to convert letter grades to GPA, or into a grade point average. Then it has like a sample chart or whatever, or conversion table. And then like it shows you like a conversion table for each grade. So like 9th through 12th. And then it shows you a conversion table. Then it shows you another conversion table for, like GPA summary or something like that. And then, times the number, or like divided by the number of classes. And then you'd get your total. So basically it would be how to get a GPA, how to get your grade point average. If you guys don't know how to do this, you basically add the total plus your grade summary, or whatever it's called, plus the total, and that would give you the sum of final grades. And then like the number of classes, and then you'd add the number of classes taken from like 9th to 11th or 12th grade. 9th to 11th or 12th grade. And then that would give you the answer for number of classes taken. And then you'd divide that number. Then you divide that number by the number of classes the number of classes taken to get your GPA, and then it shows you how to convert percents. Like it just shows you examples of like how to convert percents, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I hope I'm so sorry this video is so long, but I hope this helped you guys understand a little bit more. Sorry I couldn't go like more into detail, but I think that's enough detail for you guys to like understand and for you guys to get it. So I hope this video helped, and I hope this video gave you an explanation. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and please subscribe to the Ask Phantom YouTube channel for more videos. I will try to post more, but I don't always post on my second channel very often. If I do, you will know about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and please subscribe to the Ask Phantom channel on YouTube. And also check out the podcast, which is also on YouTube and other podcasting, other podcast platforms. So, with that said, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave a like or a comment. You don't have to. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I've been talking for so long and I'm not all that hungry, but I should probably eat something and take care of myself. So, bye guys.